Good afternoon, Tech fans, and welcome to another edition of the Tech Sports Report. I am your host, Matt Jenkins, and we have got a big episode for you guys today as we will be previewing the NCAA Division II men's and women's basketball tournaments as both the Arkansas Tech Golden Suns and Wonder Boys basketball teams both got at-large bids into the NCAA Central Regional Tournament. We'll have Golden Suns assistant coach Roman Tubner to talk about their upcoming NCAA Regional in Searcy, Arkansas, as well as Wonder Boys head coach Chad Kline to talk about their return to the NCAA Regionals in Maryville, Missouri. We're going to kick off today's show with a recap over what happened with Arkansas Tech Athletics, and we'll start off today's show with a recap of Golden Suns basketball. The Suns faced quite a challenge from Ouachita Baptist in the quarterfinal round of the GAC tournament, but ultimately came away with a 69-57 victory. Tech trailed 51-45 going into the fourth quarter, but outscored the Lady Tigers 24-6 in the final quarter. Anissa Pounds led 5 Golden Suns in double figures with 15 points on 7 of 13 shooting from the field with 6 rebounds and 6 assists. Kelsey McClure added 14 points and 7 rebounds in the ballgame, while Cheyenne North finished with 13 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, and 4 block shots. In the semifinal round, the Golden Suns avenged a pair of losses on the season to Southwestern Oklahoma with a huge 96-60 victory. The Suns dominated all facets of the game, holding SWASU to just 31% shooting from the floor and 27% from the three-point line, as well as out-rebounding the Lady Bulldogs 53-26 and won the turnover battle 12-17. 6 Golden Suns finished in double figures, led by Kelsey McClure with a double-double, scoring 22 points on a blistering 10 of 12 from the field while recording 10 rebounds. Danielle Frazier added 16 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 block shots, and 3 steals, while Anissa Pounds pitched in 15 points and 8 assists. The Golden Suns basketball team set its sights on back-to-back GAC championships, but would face a tough Harding team to do so. The Golden Suns jumped out early here in this one as Kelsey McClure picked up the loose ball and goes coast to coast for the fast break layup. Golden Suns up 10-8. Down by 3 in the fourth quarter, Danielle Frazier blocks this shot, and Cheyenne North finds McClure on the fast break as she gets the hoop and the harm to draw the game back to a tie at 76 with the free throw. A few plays later, Kylie Lab makes this nice feed here into the low post, and North finishes to tie the game up again at 69 with 3:47 to go. And with just over a minute left, North goes one-on-one in the mid-post, and she gets the layup to go to make it a 73-69 ball game. Unfortunately, the Golden Suns lose this one in a heartbreaker by a final score of 75-73. Kelsey McClure had another phenomenal game, scoring a career-high 26 points on 10 of 15 shooting from the field and went 6 of 6 from the charity stripe. Cheyenne North pitched in 15 points, 9 rebounds, and 4 block shots. Anissa Pounds added 11 points and 3 assists. All 3 of those Golden Suns players were named to the GAC All-Tournament team for their outstanding performances. Despite not winning the GAC championship, the Suns will get yet another shot at Harding University as they have been selected as an at-large team to the NCAA Division II Central Region Tournament. They will face off against the number 2 seed Harding for the 4th time this season. The 2 teams will play at Road Reeves Fieldhouse in Searcy, Arkansas this Friday. And if they advance, the Suns will play the winner of Minnesota State Moorhead and Central Missouri quarterfinal on Saturday. While the Golden Suns basketball team were busy punching their ticket to the NCAA tournament, the Wonder Boys were looking to do the same. The Wonder Boys opened the GAC tournament with a 72-68 win over Southern Arkansas in the quarterfinal round. Tech trailed at halftime but came out hot in the second half to take a double-digit lead. The Wonder Boys held off a furious Mule Rider rally to come away with the win. Alex Brown finished with another double-double, scoring 20 points on 7 of 16 shooting from the field while gathering 10 rebounds. Justin Graham ended the game with 15 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists, while Montrell Williams pitched in another double-double for his career stat line with 10 points and 10 rebounds. Unfortunately, the Wonder Boys could not pull out a third win over Arkansas Monticello in the semifinal round as the Boll Weevils defeated Arkansas Tech 88-79. The Boll Weevils were on fire in the second half, shooting 57% from the floor and 72% from the three-point line. Justin Graham led Tech with 19 points on 6 of 12 shooting from the field and gathered 3 steals, while both Alex Brown and Benny LaFille each finished with 14 points and 8 rebounds. However, as we mentioned earlier in the show, the Wonder Boys season is far from over as Arkansas Tech will make its return to the NCAA Division II Central Region Tournament. The Wonder Boys will head into the tournament as a number 7 seed and will face off against second-seeded Southwest Minnesota State in the quarterfinal round. If the Wonder Boys advance, they would face the winner of number 3 seed East Central and 6th seed Minnesota State Moorhead. Let's move on now to Golden Sun softball as they officially had their home opener of the 2017 season as they took on conference foe Ouachita Baptist. We picked things up in the 3rd inning after falling behind 4-0. Sarah Coronado would help bring the Suns back with a RBI single to right field to score Sydney Henson to make it a 4-1 ball game. Trailing 6-1 in the 5th, Kara Toller drove this ball to the gap for a 2-run RBI double to cut the deficit to 6-3. 2 at-bats later, Megan Goodnight got this grounder just out of the reach of the third baseman to score Toller to make it a 6-4 deficit. Unfortunately, the Golden Suns could not cut any more into that deficit as they dropped their first GAC contest of the season, losing 6-4. Toller led the Suns with a 1-for-3 performance from the plate with 2 RBIs and a run scored, while both Sydney Henson and Sarah Coronado each finished with 2 hits apiece. Sydney Clark pitched 2 solid innings of relief, only allowing a hit while striking out 2. In the second game of the doubleheader, the Suns got down early in this one, but Goodnight would get the rally started. After getting a home run in the 3rd inning, she drives this single up the middle to score Ashton Sangster. Suns now trailing 3-2 in the 4th. Still trailing 3-2 in the 6th, Sarah LaChance drives in this home run to left field to tie the game up at 3 runs apiece. Later in the inning, Coronado gets this hit to drop in right field just out of the reach of the second baseman to score Ashley Landry, and that put the Golden Suns up 4-3. Toller provided some insurance runs a few bats later as she beats out this throw to first, and Coronado beats out the return throw to home as she scores from second, and that put the Golden Suns up 6-3. Arkansas Tech would go on to win this one by that same final score of 6-3. Goodnight was huge in this game, going 2 for 3 from the plate with a home run, 2 RBIs, and a run scored. Toller finished with a pair of hits and an RBI, and LaChance finished 1 for 2 with a home run and a walk. After getting off to a slow start, Jalissa Gum picked up the win. After giving up just 3 runs and 3 hits in the first inning, Gum only gave up 1 hit in the next 6 innings, allowing 3 walks and 7 strikeouts en route to getting her 4th win of the season. Jalissa Gum would be back on the mound in the first game of the Saturday doubleheader as she did not disappoint from the circle. Leading 1-0 already in the first, Megan Goodnight added some big-time insurance runs on this 3-run blast into left field for her 5th home run of the season. Suns now up 4-0 in the first. We head to the top of the 6th inning with the runners at first and second and 1 out. Jalissa Gum gets this ground ball to Sarah Coronado as she starts a 6-4-3 double play to end that inning. In the bottom of the frame, Jalissa Gum gave herself some insurance as she blasts this ball to left center and puts it on top of the berm to make it a 5-0 ball game. In the top of the 7th inning, Gum strikes out this OBU batter to allow the Suns to come away with a 5-0 victory. The Suns only finished with 4 hits in this one, but 2 of which were home runs. Goodnight went 1 for 3 with a home run and 3 RBIs. Gum went 1 for 2 with a home run and 2 runs scored, while Sydney Henson and Ashton Sangster each recorded a hit and a run apiece. Gum pitched yet another complete game shutout, just allowing 3 hits and 2 walks while striking out 12. The Golden Suns would look to come away with a series victory in the second game of the doubleheader, and the Golden Suns offense came out firing in this one. Leading 2-0 in the second inning, Janie Knowles blasts this line drive just inside the left field foul line for her first home run of the season. Suns now up 3-0. Sarah LaChance looked to get in on the home run action as well as she gets this ball just over the left field wall for her second home run in as many days. Suns now up 5-0 in the 3rd inning. Knowles went deep in the second and then went deep again in the 3rd inning for her second home run, and that gets to the top of the berm, which put the Golden Suns up 6-0 in the 3rd. Leading 8-1 in the 5th, Sarah Coronado blasts this ball to left center field gap to score Ashley Landry to officially 8-run rule the Lady Tigers. The Golden Suns won this one by a final score of 9-1. Arkansas Tech finished with 14 hits in this one, with 5 players recording 2 hits apiece. Janie Knowles went 2 for 3 in this one with 2 home runs, 2 RBIs, and 2 runs scored. Megan Goodnight went 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs as well. And Sarah Coronado ended her game going 2 for 4 with a pair of RBIs. Picking up her 5th win of the season was Morgan Vaughn, pitching 4 shutout innings, giving up just 4 hits and striking out 3. The Wonder Boys baseball team looked to continue their hot start to the GAC season as they also took on Ouachita Baptist. On Friday, the Wonder Boys pulled away late from a 3-3 tie with an RBI single from Mark Vaughn and a 2 RBI double from Corey Thompson to come away with a 6-3 victory. Thompson led the Arkansas Tech Bats, going 3 for 3 from the plate with a double and 2 RBIs. Vaughn also went 2 for 5 with a double, 2 RBIs, and a run scored, while Zach Lekowski went 2 for 4 with a walk and a run scored. Kyle Wilson picked up his 3rd consecutive win, going 7 innings, giving up just 3 runs on 2 hits with a walk and striking out 5. Jesse Harbin also picked up his 2nd save of the season. On Saturday, Arkansas Tech opened the day with a big 17-1 win over the Tigers. Third baseman Kyle Gibbs had a huge game for the Wonder Boys, going 3 for 5 from the plate with a home run, a double, 4 RBIs, and 3 runs scored. Jake Harvey also went 2 for 3 with a double, 2 RBIs, and a run scored, while Corey Thompson went 2 for 4 with a triple, an RBI, and 2 runs scored. Trent Armstrong improved to 3-1 on the season after pitching a complete 7-inning game, giving up just 1 earned run on 5 hits, 2 walks, and striking out 5 batters. And finally, in the last game of the doubleheader, the Wonder Boys completed their 3rd consecutive 3-game sweep of a GAC opponent with a 3-2 victory. Tech jumped out to a 3-0 lead in this one, and the relief pitching helped stave off the Tigers' rally to hold on for the win. Marcus Wilson led the Wonder Boys bats, going 2 for 2 with a pair of walks and a pair of runs scored. Zach Lekowski went 1 for 3 with a triple, a walk, and an RBI, while Dylan McDermott went 1 for 4 with a double, RBI, and a run scored. Jeffrey Burkmeyer picked up his 3rd win of the season after giving up just 2 earned runs in 5 1/3 innings of work, pitching with 5 hits, 4 walks, and striking out 2. Brandon Boschloff picked up a shutout inning, and Jesse Harbin picked up his 3rd save of the season after pitching 2/3 of an inning. We would like to congratulate the Arkansas Tech Wonder Boys baseball team for starting off the GAC season 9-0, the first time in program history. Now let's move on from baseball and we check out some Golden Suns tennis. The Golden Suns hosted a tough opponent with 40th-ranked Dallas Baptist. We pick things up here in doubles play as Macarena Acosta slams this ace through to come away with the point in number 1 doubles play. Acosta and Tamara Bell would win this one 8-3. In number 2 doubles play, Teresa Sanchez puts this night's shot down here on the line to put her and Annabelle Rollins up 7-6, but would lose this doubles match in a heartbreaker 9-8. In singles play, after the Suns fell behind 3-1 in the match, Tamara Bell slams this winner out of the reach of Michaela Rinker as she would win her singles match 6-0, 0-6, 6-4. Unfortunately, the Golden Suns lost their first match of the season 5-3 to the Lady Patriots. Maka Acosta and Tammy Bell picked up all 3 points for the Golden Suns in this one, as each picked up wins in singles play as well as in doubles play. However, the Golden Suns rebounded nicely with a 9-0 shutout victory at Ouachita Baptist. Maka Acosta, Tammy Bell, Teresa Sanchez, Cammie Ward, and Annabelle Rollins and Haley Long all won their singles matches in straight sets to allow the Suns to come away with the victory. The Wonder Boys golf team officially kicked off their season as they participated in the Las Vegas Desert Classic. Arkansas Tech came away with an 8th place finish out of 18 teams in the tournament, a field that included 6 Division II top 50 teams. The Wonder Boys put together a strong second round, shooting .283 to climb 2 spots to number 8 for the round. Ryan Spurlock and Sean Sy led the Wonder Boys as each carded a 144 for the tournament, shooting a 72 in each round to finish in a tie for 23rd. In his first event as a Wonder Boy, Jonathan Ekberg scored a lowest round for the Wonder Boys after shooting a second round 69 for 1 under par to finish in a tie for 31st with teammate Luke Cornett with a 146 for 6 over par. The Golden Suns golf team returned to action as they participated in the Southern Nazarene Diffie Ford Lincoln Invitational in Edmond, Oklahoma. Arkansas Tech came away with a 5th place finish in this tournament. The Suns finished 12 strokes back of the tournament winner Central Oklahoma, while finishing 9 and 6 strokes back of conference rivals Southwestern Oklahoma and Henderson State. Anna Franzen had a very good weekend for the Suns as she shot back-to-back rounds of 73 to finish in a tie for third with 146, 6 over par, just 2 strokes away from winning the tournament. Jessica Sachs also turned in a top 20 performance after shooting back-to-back rounds of 79 and 77 to finish the tournament with a 16 over par. We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll have the assistant head coach of the Golden Suns basketball team, Robin Tubner, on set to talk about the women's NCAA Division II Central Region Tournament. We'll be back.
Are you a Tech sports fan? Then it's time for you to get rewarded with the Fight On Rewards app. Check into Tech athletic events to earn points and redeem for awesome prizes. You can also interact on social media, fan polls, and post pictures through our fan cam. The app is now available for free through the App Store or the Google Play Store. Looking to get the inside stories of Arkansas Tech athletics? Then be sure to subscribe to Tech Talk, the official podcast of Arkansas Tech Sports, available for free right now on iTunes.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
Welcome back to the Tech Sports Report. I am Matt Jenkins here with Golden Suns assistant head coach Roman Tubner. Roman, how are you doing this afternoon?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing good. Kind of get some rest back after that GAC tournament?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good deal. Well, before we talk about the NCAA tournament, let's just talk about that GAC tournament. Made it all the way to the championship game, and once again faced off against Harding. Didn't come up on the end we wanted to, but from top to bottom, that game was fantastic, and it could have went Tech's way, just a couple plays.
Yeah, I thought just besides from the Harding game, I thought we did good all
Yes.
weekend. Our fourth quarter of the Ouachita Baptist game kind of led us into, a lot of momentum leading into that SWAZU game where we played really well, and it led right into the Harding game. Played a very good team and just lost a tough one. They had the ball last, and, it just kind of falls that way sometimes, but I thought we did awesome. The girls communicated well. They played hard. They competed. And honestly, I thought we competed the whole tournament until the clock said 0. So really proud of them in their effort that they gave.
And I know the last time me and you were here, we talked about this team gelling.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of the one thing that when this team starts to gel together and play together, that's when you start to see it. And I think you really saw it in the GAC tournament and at the best time of the year.
I think, this year we've dealt with quite a few injuries this season, and also dealing with a few transfers coming in, and also playing freshmen that get some minutes for us.
Yeah.
Took a while to gel, but I think it finally all came together this weekend, and hopefully it leads us into the NCAA tournament. We keep playing at a high level.
Well, you'll enter the NCAA tournament. You'll travel up to Searcy, Arkansas at Harding University, and you take on Harding once again as a 17. Harding comes in as the 2 seed. You know Harding the best. I mean, the conference members, this will be the 4th time you're playing them this year, back-to-back really close losses. So this team can do it, obviously. But is there one facet of the game when they take on Harding that they just really need to key in on, or just play their game and let it happen as it may?
Well, I think it's pretty evident to everybody is the inside play.
Yeah.
Who's going to win the 50-50 balls, win the rebounding battle, will probably take the game. But I think you throw seeds out of the window. I think we're as good as anybody in our region.
Absolutely.
So it'll be a great game on Friday.
Because, defensively and offensively, this team is just as good as anybody in the region. And this region altogether is loaded with some talent. For Tech fans that may not know much about some teams in the region, is there any teams that you think the Tech fans should kind of keep an eye on in the Central Region Tournament?
Well, not trying to look ahead past anybody.
Absolutely.
Just really want to focus on Harding here. But, there's some high-level teams such as Emporia State, Pittsburgh State, and some teams on our side, Central Missouri and Moorhead. Those are really good teams. So we're just looking forward to competing in the region, but trying to take it one game at a time and take care of this Harding game.
I think that's the best thing to do, too, is just take it one game at a time and not let the players try to peek ahead to get there. And I'm sure you'll say the same thing. Any coach would say the same thing, just one game at a time.
Yes, sir.
Sometimes you hear people talk about it on the D1 scale and the D2 scale, traveling. You guys just have about an hour-and-a-half drive, 2-hour drive to Searcy. Does that, I'm sure in my mind, that benefits you because you've played at this gym before and you're not going into a new environment where you've never played before?
Definitely benefits us because we get to practice in our gym all week long. The girls don't have to miss any classes except for Thursday and Friday, and hopefully on until Monday. But, we get to practice in our gym and then, just make an hour and a half drive or so over to Searcy and compete there. We've played in there, every year. They're a conference rival of ours. So our girls know what to expect in that gym, and they know how Harding competes in their gym. So we'll be ready for the challenge.
Absolutely. What's the team's mindset heading into this tournament?
Just like I said, taking it one day at a time and really just focusing in on Harding. We're not worried about anyone else.
Absolutely.
Just want to take care of, what we need to work on in our game plans and sticking together and working hard for that game on Friday.
Absolutely. Well, like we mentioned, it's at Searcy, so it's an easy drive for the fans to get there. Is there anything you want to say to the Tech fans? Make sure they make their way out to Searcy.
Please come out and support us. We play Friday at 5 p.m., and we're looking forward to putting together a good fight, so you guys come out and support us.
Absolutely. And if you can't make it out to the game, make sure you go to ArkansasTechSports.com. There will be links to video, audio, and stats all available right there for you. But, Coach, good luck in the tournament.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it.
We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. We'll have the Wonder Boys head basketball coach Chad Kline on set with us. We'll be back.
I knew Arkansas Tech had an impressive history,
but I didn't know that my professors would look out for my future.
I knew I'd be throwing fastballs on the field, but I didn't know I'd be on the fast track to physical therapy school.
I knew my art professors had years of experience, but I didn't know that I would get real-world experience before graduation.
I knew Tech was close to home, but I didn't know it would feel like home.
Tech has one of the highest graduation rates in the state. Come take a tour of campus and discover what else you don't know about Tech.
If I lose, I'll respond with respect.
If I win, I'll back it up with humility.
If I fail, I'll rise up with honor. It's tough for us to put it all on the line.
Don't undo my hard work with poor sportsmanship.
Respect. It's the name of the game.
Welcome back to the Tech Sports Report. I'm Matt Jenkins here with Wonder Boys head coach Chad Kline. Coach, how you doing this afternoon?
I'm doing great, man.
Good. Had a really good turnout at the GAC tournament. Got knocked out in the semifinals, unfortunately. But just talk about the whole overall as a tournament as a whole for the team.
Well, in tournaments, you just got to try to survive that first round. It seems like after you get through the first round, then you just settle in, and it's hard to beat a team 3 times, and that's what we were faced with against Southern Arkansas on night 1, and we survived that one, and then had to try to knock off Monticello for the 3rd time on night 2, and ran out of gas late. Played really well in spurts. Got the lead to 11 at one point in the first half, and it got it to 9 3 different times in the second half, and they were making their run at us, and toward the end of the game, they just had a couple guys that took the game over.
Yeah. And that's one of the 3, besides Tech, that's one of the best talented teams in the conference for a reason.
Yeah, they put a lot of pressure on you defensively. They they get out and guard you, and if you miss a shot or turn it over, they bring it back at you so quick that you don't have much time to recover. So I give them credit. They went out and they handled their business, but. It's like I told our guys after the game, I think our body of work as the whole season has rewarded us, and and that's why we're in the NCAA tournament right now.
Well, let's jump right into it. Let's forget about that. It's time to move forward. We got the NCAA tournament coming up. Before we talk about the game, what does it mean for the conference that you get 3 GAC teams between Tech, East Central, and UAM?
Well, I knew after our first. We play everyone in the conference twice. I knew after our first trip through, when we were getting ready to start our second trip through, I was talking to my staff. I said, this is the best the league has been, top to bottom, in the 6 years that it's been in existence, and there's other teams, those you mentioned the 3 teams that are in the tournament. There's 3 teams that aren't in the tournament, 3 or 4 teams that aren't in the tournament that are darn good too. I think the GAC tournament was a high level, high level basketball, and it's it's you like it because you like high level competition, but you also didn't mind a couple years ago when you knew you could just as long as you got all the guys on the bus, you were going to win.
Absolutely.
So there's no gimmies anymore. You got to show up and play every night.
Well, you'll enter the tournament as a 7 seed taking on number 2 seed Southwest Minnesota State. Talk about that matchup against Minnesota State.
Oh, 2 very similar teams. Both teams can really score the ball. Both teams aren't the best defensively, so it could be the first to 90 or the first to 100 wins. But obviously they're extremely good. There's a reason they're a 2 seed. There's a reason they won the Northern Sun tournament. But I think all the matchups. I don't think it's a typical 7-2 matchup to where they're just. I mean, they're good. Don't get me wrong. They are darn good. But I don't think it's just that they're way better than. Usually you look at a 8-1, a 7-2 matchup. You're like, the higher seeds are. I don't think it's necessarily like that. I don't think we'll just go in there and be overwhelmed. I think our strength of schedule this year has helped us and prepared us, and we'll be ready to play. Because this team, the Wonder Boys team, was up at third in the region at one point. So this team definitely is talented enough to make a deep run in the tournament. Yeah, they I think anywhere those 3 through 7 seeds all through the region ranking process were all fairly interchangeable. So I wouldn't get real caught up with the number next to your name. There's a reason you got to go play the games, and I think it'll be a high-level tournament. I thought the GAC tournament was really good, and now I think this will it'll be that much more. Is there any teams that the Arkansas Tech fans should look at? Because this, like we talked about with Coach Tubner, the women's side of the Central Region is loaded with talent, and the very same thing with the men's side. Take your pick. Yeah, I don't. Northwest Missouri State, the host seeds, obviously only lost one time this year. Everyone in it. I mean, you look at who's on our side. Minnesota State Moorhead is a 6 seed. Well, they won the Northern Sun regular season by 2 games. Mm-hmm. So usually that's a pretty low seed for a Northern Sun team that wins the regular season title by that many. They just happen to get knocked off in the first round of the tournament. East Central, they're a 3 seed. I mean, that's a semifinal Sweet 16 matchup right off the get-go. That's in the quarterfinals. Right. So, and obviously the 4-5 game is Augie's the defending national champs, and they're a 5 it might be doing them a little injustice. Mm-hmm. But and Monticello, we obviously know how good they are. So. I think all the games will be good. Yeah, I think you'll definitely get your money's worth, even though the NCAA is proud of their ticket prices for sure. Is there one facet of the game where you want this team to focus on heading into the tournament? We talked about it a little bit with the preview in our game, the first scored 100. So I'm sure defense will be key in this one. Yeah, it's hard when you haven't faced the team. In conference games, especially the second and the third time you played them, the personnel, everyone knows the scouting report. There's no real tricks up your sleeve like that. It's kind of a feeling out process. It's that first 5-6 minutes of the game is kind of feeling each other out, and you hope that you can just, after that, you can just settle in and just play. And it's with this team this year, it's always been more about us, and if we're going to execute and we're going to do the things we do more than the other teams. So we got a good game plan in place, and I'm just excited to get there. Well, it'll be taking place in Maryville, Missouri. So is there anything you want to say to the Tech fans? Make sure they make the quick trip up to Missouri? Yeah, man, we would love to have the Tech fans there. I thought our crowds in Tucker this year were definitely better, and obviously that's because we were better. When you play better, people want to come out and watch you. But we would love. I know our women play in Searcy on Friday, so we might as well just leave Friday night and come up to Maryville after the game in Searcy. Absolutely. But if you can't make it out to the game, make sure you go to ArkansasTechSports.com. There will be audio, video, and stats all available to you there at the website. Coach, good luck in the tournament. Thank you. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back on the Tech Sports Report.
I knew I'd follow my heart into the Arkansas Tech nursing program, but I didn't know I'd fall in love with the campus.
I knew I would check out international business, but I didn't know I could check out a mountain bike.
I knew Tech had plenty of degrees that matched my interest.
But I didn't know I wanted to study pre-med.
Or pre-law.
I knew Arkansas Tech had an impressive history.
But I didn't know that my professors would look out for my future.
Tech has one of the highest graduation rates in the state. Come take a tour of campus and discover what else you don't know about Tech.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
Welcome back to the Tech Sports Report. I'm Matt Jenkins. Before we move forward in the show, we would just like to thank Tubner and Chad Kline for both taking time out of their day to come join us here on the Tech Sports Report. And again, if you can't make it out to either of the regionals, you can go to ArkansasTechSports.com for live video, audio, and stats, all available for both of those games. And we want to wish good luck to both the Golden Suns and Wonder Boys basketball teams as they go to the NCAA tournament. Now we're at that portion of the show where we look ahead and see what's upcoming for Arkansas Tech athletics. The Golden Sun softball team will open a 4-game series with a doubleheader at Henderson State on Friday. That first doubleheader is scheduled for a 4 p.m. start time at D. White Field in Arkadelphia. Then, as we talked about earlier in the show, the Golden Suns basketball team will officially open the NCAA tournament play against second-seeded Harding. Tip-off for that game is scheduled for Friday at 5 o'clock p.m. at the Rhodes-Reeves Fieldhouse in Searcy, Arkansas. The Wonder Boys baseball team returns home for a 3-game series against Henderson State. The opening game of that series will be Friday at 7 o'clock p.m. at Tech Field. We will have live video and stats of that game available for you for those who can't make it at ArkansasTechSports.com. The Wonder Boys baseball team will then get a busy Saturday underway as they will conclude their 3-game series with Henderson State. The first game of that doubleheader is scheduled for 12 o'clock p.m. with the second game slated to start at half an hour after the completion of that first game. And again, we will have video and stats all available for you for that doubleheader. The Golden Suns softball team will also get started with a noon doubleheader at Henderson State. The Suns will look to take that series against the Reddies at D. White Field in Arkadelphia. The Golden Suns tennis team returns to the court as they will travel to Springfield, Missouri to play a pair of matches. The first match will be against Northwest Missouri State on Saturday with a 1 p.m. start time at the Cooper Tennis Complex. The Wonder Boys basketball team will get their NCAA tournament underway with first-round opponent Southwest Minnesota State. That game is scheduled for a 2:15 p.m. start time in Bearcat Arena in Maryville, Missouri. On Sunday, the Golden Suns tennis team will be back on the court with a road match against 20th-ranked Drury. That match is slated for an 11 a.m. start time at the Cooper Tennis Complex in Springfield, Missouri. The Wonder Boys golf team will be hosting their annual tournament, the Dave Falconer Classic, on Monday. That tournament will be played at the Chamberlain Country Club down in Danville, Arkansas. The first round of that tournament is scheduled for Monday at 8:30 a.m., and the second round will be played on Tuesday at 8:30 a.m. as well. Then on Tuesday, the Golden Suns tennis team will travel to Siloam Springs, Arkansas to play John Brown. That match is scheduled for a 1 p.m. start at the JBU tennis courts. And with that, we've reached the conclusion here on the Tech Sports Report. Make sure you join us next week as we'll have Wonder Boys golfer Ryan Spurlock to talk about the team coming off hosting their home tournament at the Dave Falconer Classic. We appreciate you joining us. My name is Matt Jenkins, and we will see you guys next week right here on the Tech Sports Report.